Hey, what's up everybody? This is Todd Bowen from sittingposture.com. Welcome to today's video. This is titled Sitting Posture, How I Got Here. This is just a little quick backstory of my life and what got me interested in starting my own website, sittingposture.com. I've been a lifelong athlete. The sports I grew playing up were basketball, baseball, a little bit of golf, a little bit of beach volleyball. Started exercising at age 15, lifting weights mostly, getting into cardio a little bit when I was into college. And when I got to college, I got a degree in information technology, which is kind of where my athletic background and my computer background merged. So I've taken classes like workstation ergonomics, user experience, and stuff like that. Fast forward, after about 10 years later, after I graduated, that was after 10 years of working a very high stress job, horrible computer posture, just had no awareness whatsoever for what I was doing and how I was holding my body. Chronic pain due to that bad computer posture from sitting at a computer 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 2,000 hours per year. And like I said, that's where I kind of combined my athletic background with my IT background, starting writing articles for my website. I also enjoyed to write. I wasn't great at taking tests back in college and high school. I don't know, the pressure of it or just the studying. I just didn't do great with it, but I was a lot better at English and writing and stuff like that. So that's where I kind of combine my athletic background with my IT background, with my writing background, and what happened or what the end product is sittingposture.com. So that was about 10 years ago. So about 20 years since I'm removed from graduating college. 10 years ago, in that amount of time, a lot has changed. I've changed careers, changed jobs multiple times. But during a lot of the last 10 years, this has just been a hobby for me. While I would always casually learn how to write better, how to build my website, how to learn more about posture, how to build a YouTube channel, stuff like that. But 5 months ago, I got very consistent at posting one article per week on my website and 2 articles per week on my YouTube channel. So being a little bit more deliberate, more intentional, like I said, more consistent in the last 5 months. And I'm really looking forward to continuing that pace for the indefinite future. So the 3 main variables that I always like to follow for good computer posture are eye level at the top of the monitor screen. I apologize for the video setup. You can't really see that my eye level is even with the top of the monitor screen, but that's regardless if I'm sitting or standing at a computer. I'm standing right now. I do sit sometimes, but these 3 main variables here that I use for my good computer posture, the number 1 is eye level at the top of the monitor screen, because if we're looking down to see the monitor screen like that, that's a terrible overextension in my neck right there. And I used to do that, and it just brought back memories when I did that. Just that feeling of that overextended neck muscle right there. And no matter how much you pull it back, the front muscles in the neck are compressed. So it's a terrible confusion between the muscles on the front of the neck and the muscles on the back of the neck, constantly fighting each other. The front of the neck's tight, the back of the neck's overextended. Number 2 variable is my elbows are slightly above the desk. Again, you can't really see. I'll bring my video down just a little bit. Sorry about that. Bear with me. So you can see that my elbows are tucked next to my side and my forearms are at a downward angle to use my keyboard. My hands are on my keyboard right now. This is very important, keeping that elbow above the desk level. Because if I was to, sorry about the shaking, if I was to put my elbow below the desk level, say my desk is right here, and I had to lift my hands to get them on the keyboard, and my elbow is below the desk, what that causes me to do is to tighten up my bicep in order to lift this hand and put it on the desk, the keyboard, the mouse, or whatever. So when this bicep is compressed and activated like that, for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 2,000 hours a year, that causes a major issue. A lot of tension here, a lot of overuse here. May not cause any pain here, but it will cause pain either in the elbow where these bicep tendons attach to the elbow, or up in the shoulder, because these 2 biceps are attached to the shoulder bone by 2 tendons. So we're much more likely to feel pain and inflammation in our tendons than we are in our bicep muscle. So number 2, elbows are always slightly above desk level, keyboard, and the mouse, never below. Number 3 is very important. Feet always flat on the floor. Man, I used to sit with my hamstrings contracted, just like my biceps. Hamstrings contracted all the time. What it would do would pull my feet underneath my body, and my feet would rest on my toes. My heels were sticking straight up in the air. Not good at all. Led to a lot of muscle confusion, as well as joint dysfunction in my ankle and in my knees, and probably some pain into my lower back too. But mainly the joint dysfunction in my ankle and my knees. Ended up spraining my ankle really bad playing basketball probably about 6 years ago. I've had 3 ankle surgeries since then. And I think all of that was caused due to the muscle confusion and joint dysfunction by sitting at a computer for a long time. Because I used to never have issues with ankle sprains, ever. I think maybe twice in my life, or maybe 3 times in my life, I've sprained my ankle. The first 2 just iced them and the pain went away after a couple days. But this third one really messed me up. It tore a tendon, split it down the middle. I had to get that sewed back up. I had a bunch of bone spurs going in my ankle, bone chips going in my ankle, floating around. Had to get those cleaned up, and those surgeries were rough. And I think a lot of it was caused by not having my feet on the floor, flat on the floor, when sitting at a computer. I know it sounds crazy, but believe me, repetitive strain and overuse is no joke. We're not made to hold our bodies into that position. 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 2,000 hours per year. So when that happens, you know, certain muscles in our body get overused during that time, and certain muscles don't get used at all. So it's a terrible balance of overuse and underuse. And it's not many muscles that are being used and overused. So those muscles are getting too tight, compressed, or overextended, and the other muscles are just sitting there, you know, doing nothing. So it's not a good recipe for an athletic, you know, movable person. So just to recap real quick, the 3 main variables that I follow for good computer posture, regardless if I'm sitting or standing at a computer. Eye level is even with the top of the monitor screen, not just the monitor screen, the top of the monitor screen. Elbows are slightly above the desk level, never below the desk level. And my feet are always flat on the floor, regardless if I'm sitting or standing. So that's it. Thanks for listening. That's it for today's video. You know, if you'd like to do me a favor and hit the like button, that helps me out big time. If you want to see my videos more in your YouTube feed, hit the subscribe button. Or the best way to keep up with me is to sign up for my Computer Posture Weekly newsletter. You can do that at sittingposture.com/newsletter, and I'll put that link down in the description. sittingposture.com/newsletter. I realized I was saying sitting posture way too quickly earlier in a previous video last week, so I wanted to make sure I say that slower. But anyway, yeah, I don't spam or I don't sell email addresses. I just send 1 email a week for my newsletter, and that's on Fridays. What that email contains is an article, a link to the article on my website, as well as a link, 2 links to the YouTube videos that I posted for my YouTube channel that week. Like I said earlier in this video, I'm doing 1 article per week as well as 2 YouTube videos per week. So the best way to keep up with that, Computer Posture Weekly is my email newsletter to sign up for, sittingposture.com/newsletter. And if you ever want to unsubscribe, no hard feelings, just go to the bottom of any of my emails and you can click the unsubscribe button. 1 or 2 buttons will get you out of there, and that will be it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That's it for today's video. Sitting posture, quick backstory on how I got here and what my goals are. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Take care.